This is our men's zone event, and this is designed specifically for male parents and carers and their children to really come to an event to be able to play with their child.
It's great fun for them. It's not too structured, so it's great for my son Bailey because he's so young. So he gets to run about bouncy castles and all the different soft play toys and everything are great for him.
There's plenty for the kids to do. There's crafts, there's the bouncy castle, there's bricks you can build things from it. It's really, really good. There's plenty to do.
It's really great to have an event that is only for males, and as you can see, they're very interactive, have a real lovely atmosphere and playing with their child.
I think it really does encourage the bonding between the male carer and the child, because I think the day and age we live in, it's often associated, these types of events are for female carers, mums and grannies and aunts and all those types of things, and I think it encourages male carers to get on the ground, play with your children, and I think that's an invaluable experience.
We know ourselves how important play is for the early years for children aged 0 to 5, for their physical, emotional, social development. So for this type of event, it allows dads to come along, really actually get to see their child being a child and playing, and hopefully actually get some ideas as well. That's a big part of it, that they're going to come along, get some wee ideas that they can take home and do with their child, in their home environment as well.
So MEND stands for Mind, Exercise, Nutrition, Do It. We have an early intervention for 2 to 4 year olds, 5 to 7, 7 to 13 and a teen programme for 14 to 19 year olds. Our 2 to 4 programme is an early intervention. We are focusing on health and well-being and really connecting families together to lead a healthy and active lifestyle. It's about cooking healthy recipes on a budget. It's about having the confidence to make those healthy choices not only for you but for your families, and actually to make those connections not only with our programme but within the local community and with other families. And it's really about empowering families to make those healthy changes for life.
This is our second session running MEND. It educates the families in healthy diet. It really is very good to have your children being active. It's also encourages the parents when they've got the fussy eaters, how they can disguise the food without the children realising that they're getting the benefits of veg and fruit. The 2 sessions that I've been involved with have been very beneficial for the families that have came along and participated in the 10 weeks that's been provided for them.
I enjoy coming here, cut out the sugary things, and just give them a healthy lifestyle rather than sweet lifestyle.
It did. It really did surprise me. We've just done portion sizes there, and that was brilliant because it means that I know how much I need to feed them, and then I'm not worried about them eating too much.
The biggest benefit actually is that some small changes can really have a significant difference, particularly when we're looking at food labels and label reading and actually cooking on a budget. And this is from our families, that they tell us that actually a healthy, balanced diet can be less expensive than maybe some high sugar, high fat products that maybe they were buying before. And this then, making those changes, they then have spoken to us about changes in sleep patterns, changes in their children's behaviour, and actually that they have a calmer environment at home and actually can spend more time together as a family.
This is the new Farm Parent Toddler Group. The Early Years Motivation is an initiative that goes all over East Ayrshire, and it's trying to support parents and carers into bonding better with their children. What we've shown is that early intervention with play can really help the bond strengthen between parents and carers and the wee ones, which really help the children to grow up and to being positive contributors to the society. So that's what we're kind of hoping to happen. What will happen is the motivator will come in every 4 weeks, and we will play games and activities that are really simple and that can be translated into the home environment, because what we want to happen is I come in and they do the games and they have fun and they really enjoy it, and that it doesn't just stop there, it's so they can replicate it at home. So it's having play that can happen anywhere using anything, and that's what we're trying to promote at these sessions. You sometimes see parents that are kind of weary and they don't want to step in, so they'll send the kids like, on you go, and the parent might not be involved, but over the time they'll start to watch and think, oh, that's a good idea, and then they'll come in and play, and then before you know it, you've got all the parents in playing and all the kids in playing together. While people are sitting at the side, they are taking it in, but people learn all different ways, so by doing it, they learn the muscle memory of doing it, and they can do it again when they get home. and that's what we really want to happen. Yeah, we're just trying to getting the play happening at home, getting them thinking, oh, I could do that at home, oh, what about this, and it grows arms and legs, so it's like planting a wee seed so it can grow up into a big tree, and that's what we really want to happen all over East Ayrshire.
This is our Grounds for Play event that's taking place at the King George V playing fields down at Dunmellinton. This is actually a Fields and Trust protected site. Today we're actually having a field day. So this is very much about trying to get families and communities out into their local open spaces and reclaim a wee bit of those open spaces as well. It's very much about us trying to bring some simple outdoor activities that you can easily transform a bit of an empty space really. So we have like mud, sand and water play. We have a water and mud slide. We've made up a bit of an obstacle course here with things like tyres that we've got from the local garage, nets and crates and things like that. It's very much about trying to give communities ideas of how they can transform their open space for it to be something really quite meaningful, and getting them outdoors, being active, playing with other children and socialising. And actually you'll find that with a lot of these types of activities, you know, the kids really can use their imagination and creativity. And also it's not just about the sort of larger areas, it's actually for families coming along that they can actually recreate some of these smaller ideas in their own back garden.
It's fantastic for the children, loads of great activities, getting you outdoors. Kids absolutely love it, especially the mud kitchen. They can get really muddy, make as much mess as they like and have an absolute ball. Getting them to learn in their community, getting to learn with other children, social skills as well. Gets them outside, especially on a nice day like today. Gets them outside, you can get the wellies on, the waterproofs on if it's not, and just let them have fun.
So the benefits of doing this sort of type of event, it's trying to get families, communities and groups all together, and sometimes they might meet up and make their own sort of social connections through these types of events. But one, again, is about reclaiming their local community. There's lots of areas within communities that are not maybe being utilised as much as they could be, and it's really about trying to get families outside and actually get them to realise that one, that this is very affordable as well, that you know you have all of these benefits just on your doorstep. So actually come down to your local park, utilise it more. We want these spaces to be used for the benefits of the community really.
The leadership class is senior pupils from S5 and S6 at St Joseph's Academy, and over the first kind of 6 months of their course when they come back from the summer is they've learned how to become a coach, a sports coach. Obviously they have an interest in teaching or PE teaching. So what we've done is we've put them through level 1 coaching qualifications in a wide variety of sports, and now it's their turn to deliver to this primary schools on the same campus as well, and they're delivering classes from primary 1 to primary 6. Well, the benefits to the senior pupils are the fact that they learn how to become a coach, and it's not just about learning the practical skills, it's about learning how to class manage, dealing with problematic behaviour as well. So they get a full kind of range of what a PE teacher or active schools coordinator's job is on a day-to-day basis.
It's been good. There's been lots of different activities each week, and the kids have been challenging at times, but they've all seemed to enjoy it.
Yeah, it's been a good experience. I've enjoyed working with the kids because it's like not an opportunity you really get a lot when you're in secondary especially.
They gain experience of leading. Now that develops confidence, it develops responsibility. In order to develop and deliver the sessions, they also must collaborate and communicate with each other. They plan the sessions. So that's an integral part for them.
Benefits to the primary children are they get to take part in a wide range of sports, and it might just be a wee thing that clicks with them. They maybe like to do it within the community as well as being at school. So it's absolutely ideal. Like they say, oh, I would like to try the basketball this week, or I would like to do the football this week. We've got the support within the community to go and do that extracurricularly as well.
I think before this, if I tried to work with kids, then I would have struggled a lot more. I wouldn't have known how to handle certain situations, and I wouldn't have known how to work with them as well.
They're challenging, but they're fun, they're active, and it's just a great class, and I enjoy it. I hope to become more confident and hopefully become a PE teacher. This is going to help me.
The group, it's kind of been set up for lesbian, gay, transgender, bisexual people, and it's basically here for emotional support. To be part of a group where people make new friends and just basically support each other, and somewhere that is like a nice accepting place to go.
When I started transitioning late last year, I felt I needed a place where I can experiment, places where people like me wouldn't judge. So it'll be things like makeup tips and having a laugh and genuine friends that weren't humouring me, that actually cared.
When we first started, it was maybe about 7 or 8 people there, and then when we hit double figures, the person that ran the group at the time ran round doing a victory lap around the table. That was great. And the kind of age range was about kind of 16 to 23, 24 at that point. I've been here since pretty much day one, and I don't know, it's good to kind of continue to come and help the younger people that aren't sure of themselves, kind of help them be confident, etc.
I don't know whether it'd be too much of a stretch to say that I wouldn't, the transition would be quite as smooth if I haven't came here, because actually, ironically enough, there's actually a couple of other people like myself that are transgender. So it's good to kind of see them and have someone to relate to actually in person locally rather than having to do trips early up to Glasgow. It's kind of hard because a lot of people say, you know, is it really necessary? You know, is it kind of like a club? And it's like, well, there's clubs for other things that are vitally important. There's support groups, you've got AA, you've got people that are disabled, there's many different groups. So why is this any different?
I think I started competing in boxing about 6 to 8 months into my training in North West. My first show was in the local town in New Farm. From there on, I fought my first Scottish Championships that year and won a silver medal. But even at that age, I never knew what that was. To be second in Scotland to me then, I was none the wiser. But then over time, as I've matured and grown up, I've realised that things I was achieving at that age were a lot greater than what I thought. The way boxing has shaped me is the person I am today would be through my confidence and my people skills. But I think that's what's good about boxing. It teaches you a lot more than what you think. It's not just boxing that you get out of it. Being on the Talented Athlete programme, they offered the Sports Mentors post to be a role model for young people, to make a difference, to promote myself, promote sport, and hopefully make a difference to some athletes' life or people that aren't athletes. And I think it was an interview I realised how good a job it was, because everything I was telling in the interview was totally true. I was telling me what I've done. I didn't have to pretend I loved it, because I genuinely do. And now I'm working there, it's just been brilliant. I'm in schools, I'm helping young people, I'm mentoring young people, and I'm doing everything I can to make sure that they succeed and get to a higher level than me when they're my age.
Well, what you find is in an area like Newcombe, there isn't a lot for the young people, so they're really desperate for things like this, so they can come along, spend a wee bit of time, get rid of some of their energy, and just basically meet up with their pals.
I feel like I went to a youth group when I was younger myself, and I feel they're so important, because there's things that you maybe can't, your parents you don't want to talk about, you know, you can maybe go to a youth group and you would do it as a kind of group. You're socialising at the same time and you're also learning, which is a good thing, and a lot of them are essential skills for when you become an adult, which you learn through youth groups, so I feel it's very powerful.
It's preventing, I would say, a bit of antisocial behaviour, because if they're in here in a safe environment, having a wee bit of fun.
When I was at school I was quieter, but at youth group, like, you were with different people who were quiet, who were louder, who brought you out your shell and things like that, so I'm really right behind youth group. I think it's a very powerful thing.
This morning we are running a badminton festival for children with additional support needs. They come from all across East Ayrshire. We've got 7 different schools this morning, all taking part in 8 different events.
At Park School we have the sports hub for badminton. It's really beneficial to get the kids out and practicing racket sports. It improves their hand-eye coordination. Really effective for building team spirit. Lots of opportunities to make new friends and to get involved in the sport of badminton.
I really appreciate any kind of environment where schools are coming together, and in a sort of tight competitive sporting environment our children don't often get opportunities to.
I run 5 of these a year, pick 5 different sports, so this is event 3. I've got football and rugby still to go, so they get plenty of opportunity.
We've got kids from primary and secondary, and across the board they're all loving it. They're really enthusiastic about it, they're getting involved, they're taking part in everything.
It's great for the social aspect for them to be in a busy, noisy environment. They're so used to, we're obviously a separate school, so they're in their own classrooms most of the time. They don't have as much mixing with other children, especially large volumes. Our school's only got, 23 pupils. So if you can imagine, a playtime for us is not that busy, or a lunchtime. We come to these events and there's lots of different children with different abilities that they all get to mix with, and I think that's the most important thing for our children.
They absolutely love it. A lot of the teachers even comment on how their behaviour changes when they come out. Their attention span gets longer, the smiles on the faces and the interaction with other schools, it works really well for them.
Well, before I got this job, I was at Park School. 2000 to 2017, I went to college for 3 years, and I don't want to go to college all my life, so I'm a job coach. They managed to get me a job. They asked me if I want to do office. I said aye, but I don't want to do fast food because I don't want to go in and do my work and smell food. Got in for on Wednesday the 23rd of November, and put me back on that day, and said I have to start my work 2 weeks after it, so it's Wednesday the 1st of December 2013. Well, first day I went, when I got the job, I was a wee bit nervous, but my mum took me in because I wasn't sure where it is. After I was doing my work trial, I managed to know everybody. Well, the outgoing meal, ingoing meal, filling the platforms for the cards and game halls, shredding, photocopying, helping health parks. Sometimes I make coffees, but some folk doesn't want me to make coffees. It would make me laugh. They're helping me for day 1 to now.
Tonight is our adult literacies group in Auchinleck. It's a free service provided in an informal atmosphere. The main reason that people come is they need help with skills. It can be their core skills that they're reading, writing, spelling, and their numeracy, or some of the people come to us that are maybe working towards police exams, entrance tests, and nursing tests, that type of thing. And we'll provide support taking them through what they feel they need to learn.
Particular students have come on leaps and bounds, because when people first came, they were very hesitant in the way they were able to write and read things. So over the year, they've definitely seen an improvement in the way they can scan complete sentences now. They're not stopping at each word. So it is a great improvement.
Well, I feel it's a good thing for my reading, because I feel my reading coming on now, and I feel a lot better. I couldn't tell you the alphabet and that, no, I couldn't read a line at the line. Now I can read. I've read a full book just about, so I'm quite happy with what I'm getting out of it. I want to keep going as much as I can, because I want to try and learn to drive this year, so I want to keep going as much as I can.
It's building blocks, it's step-by-step things. You make that first decision to come and do something about it, which allows you then to build on your confidence and go on and do further things as well. So it's great to see when you break down those barriers, to be able to come along firstly and then actually do something about the problems that they feel they have.
It's a really busy wee group. We do lots of different activities within the group, and a lot of them just want to be able to sit and have a chit chat because they don't really see people from one week to the next. It's now been going for about 4 or 5 years. For myself, I just find it so empowering for me as well. When you look at the individuals and you see them moving on, the confidence that they've built and the friendships they've made, which is building in the community. I think a lot of that comes down to Clonmert Juniors as well, because they have been an absolute asset to us.
They come and asked us for premises, and we were only too pleased to help out, and it's worked out well for us all. They're part of the community here.
I think it helps them to interact with me, with folk outside their own social hub. It's not just other disabled folk they're interacting with.
It makes such a difference. There's been some individuals that haven't seen some of these people since they were actually at school. Now, as you'll probably see, there's a lot of adults. There was 2 people actually came in that hadn't seen each other for 22 years, and they live from village to village. And so they had never actually been back in the community again, but through working and coming along to the group, it's just made such a difference to them.
Without this wee club, I would be literally stuck in the house doing nothing. It's given me a big confidence boost, because at the start, before here, I wouldn't have been able to go out the house, or my mum wouldn't be able to let me out the house. But now I can go out the house every Monday, and she doesn't seem to. She kens where I'm at, and I'm fine.
The guys today have been playing football, so they're all aged 16 and over, from all over Kilmarnock and East Ayrshire. And they've all, as you can see, they've all had great fun today and just really enjoyed it.
I think basically what they get out is a sense of belonging to something, a group of their peers and with their peers. And they get to experience success. They score a goal, you've seen it. They go absolutely over the moon when they score a goal. And it's about achievement, it's about success, and it's about being part of a group.
I think it gets them involved in the community as well, and it gets the members of the community involved with Bonnet and Thistle. So I think the parent club of Bonnet and Thistle are becoming more aware of disabilities and equality through the club.
Well, a lot of them have never really been involved in maybe a team situation like this before, so it brings the community out within Bonneton, brings about a team environment, a bit of competition it brings within football. Not just with us, but meeting new people as well, getting together, whether it be the carers or the participants taken within Bonnet and Thistle.
What we've noticed over the past year is folk coming out their shells, folks' coordination getting better on the ball, folk who couldn't run, trying to run, and folk communicating at a better level with each other.
I've enjoyed playing football and helping the other guys score fantastic goals.
When you come here on a Friday, it's the quickest hour of the week, and everybody, you've got to enjoy it or it's not worth it. And everybody, as you've seen, they smile, they laugh, they fall out with each other, but they're real chums, and that's what they're getting out of it.
So this is an ESOL class. I've been working with these learners maybe for about a year. Today we're doing a listening, and it's around monthly expenditure and money, so we're doing lots of vocabulary about money. But the important objective is that they're able to listen to a recording and pick out the required information, which they've all done quite successfully so far. So that's another 200 a month. The aim is really to give learners what they feel is useful for them in terms from a language perspective in their own communities. And also it means that learners, come from different countries, and they have like a supportive ESOL community as well, so they make friends and they can support each other.
Class I like English, learn English. I have here friends.
Because I'm like coming to class because I'm learning English, and in class learn together. We together learn.
So some of these learners that are in this class came to me about a year ago, and I had no English, and I see them now being able to go to the shops. I've got one learner who's doing some voluntary work now and really enjoying it, making friends with parents at school, being able to be more involved in kids' activities, just and being happy in their community, feeling happy, feeling like they're able to be part of things in their local community.
It's Coffee Mates Lunch Club, held in the Howard Centre in Kilmarnock every Monday. The club is run by people with learning disabilities. A lot of our customers have learning disabilities as well, but it's open to anyone. The volunteers come in from 9 o'clock in the morning, and we serve lunch from 12 till 1. There's a regular menu, but there's a couple of specials every week. It helps build their confidence and self-esteem. It teaches them skills that they may not have had before, which some of them have been on to gain paid employment from. So they learn how to set up the hall, how to set up the tables ready for the customers coming in. They gain customer service skills, and they also on a rota basis assist in the kitchen as well with all the prep before we start service.
I enjoy helping out at Coffee Mates. I enjoy meeting new people. With everybody in here, they're all nice and friendly and everything, so I get on well with them.
I serve customers, take their orders and then bring their food to them.
Yes, we all, everybody works as a team. I enjoy doing that, yes. And I always talk to customers and they always have a lovely smile.
Got some good experience waitressing, so yeah, I enjoy coming here. Being a part of a team.
Some of the volunteers are also committee members for Coffee Mates because it's also a social group for people with learning disabilities. So they get a lot of organisational skills as well because they organise events, and they gain social skills as well from interacting with each other and the other people that attend the events as well.
Well, the trip van is a mobile healthy living unit, and we cover the whole of East Ayrshire and various different areas of Kilmarnock. And what we do is we stop in the different areas for about an hour at a time, and we get people to come on the van to get basic health tests. So, for example, if we find anything adverse with one of the measurements, for example the blood pressure, then we'll advise people what to do on the natural side. We'll write it down for them what the blood pressure actually is, and then at that point advise them to go to the doctor, get it done properly off a medical professional.
I thought it was very good, and the lady was very pleasant and explained everything to me clearly. Well, I think it's good that it's in the area that it's local and people don't need to travel. Because I just live across the road, so it wasn't far to go.
I found it very interesting actually, because the girl went over all the different aspects of how your blood pressure's made up, your body mass index and your weight in relation to your blood pressure. Down here it's pretty handy for all the houses that they don't need to walk away up to the doctor's surgery, and if they know it's coming they can just nip out and then they're back in the comfort of their own homes pretty quickly.
It's good to create some awareness to the general public that we're here, and hopefully from that they'll tell all their friends and relatives, and they'll in turn come in and get health tests as well. I've had comments such as, oh, this is a really good service, and I didn't know you did this, and you know, find it hard to get an appointment with the doctor, and that's really good that you've told me that. And even if they only learn one thing when they're on the van, it's still of use to them.
Forward to my walk on a Monday because we work with a crowd of people. We're all kind of friendly and everybody chats to each other. You get out in the fresh air. It's not as if you're walking alone in the park. It's just, you know, you can meet as a group and you can walk all around together, and you've got the company, and you know, you've got the benefit of getting some exercise, getting some fresh air and meeting some nice people.
Invigorate is our entry-level class, so that is for the people with poorer mobility, people that have maybe had falls or at a risk of having falls. So the class is focused on improving their balance, strengthening up their muscles, and probably most importantly teaching them to get up and down safely from the floor, so that if they do have a fall, the sort of panic element goes out and they're able to get themselves back up nice and safely. It's fantastic because the Invigorate class, they're assessed 4 times over the year, so they're initially assessed before they join, so we've got a sort of base level of where they are, and then at 12 weeks, 33 weeks and 48 weeks they're reassessed, and nearly everybody we've seen has made improvements in some, or you know, sometimes quite a few of the different tests, and you know, when they see that as well, it's really rewarding for them to see how much they've come on.
I found it absolutely invaluable, and I've got rid of a lot of pain, and I know that's true of other people too in the class.
Motivate's really a step up from Invigorate, and it's using all the skills that they've learned, but rather than do it as a one instructor at the front teaching the whole class, that they're more
independently doing it.
Well, I enjoy coming to the exercise and I enjoy the company of the other ladies that are here, and we all have a good help one another and have a good time. And we laugh at our mistakes.
Well, motivation, because there's a group, whereas you wouldn't do it in the house on your own.
It's really good to see that, and you know, a great sense of achievement for them as well. We try to sort of make a bit of an event when they're finished with Invigorate. I give them their certificates and things to say they're finished that programme and they're now up a level, so yeah, it's really satisfying.
I definitely do feel the benefit. Just in general fitness, it's helped me a lot in my balance and just confidence in the street, because I was always falling.
It helps your balance.
It does, really.
You know, and it makes you more supple, and
it's just the fact that you're moving too, isn't it?
I know, and you've got company to do it.
You've got company, that's right.
Probably the biggest one is maintaining their independence. You know, making them able to stay on in their own homes and be able to do just the sort of normal functional things, reaching up to the top shelf in the kitchen and bending down to the floor to pick up things, just, you know, really practical things that are enabling them to just manage in their own life.
This class is called Activate, and it is open to anyone who would like to come along. We run various classes in the communities. This is the class for the fitter person, for the more active person that's more confident in their ability to exercise. The retention's amazing in these classes, and I put it down to the fact they like the exercise but they love the social aspect.
It keeps all your joints and things, you know, well oiled if you like. I keep coming and I love it. Been here for, must have been 7 years at least.
We supply topics every month where we talk to the class about, it could be diabetes, we raise awareness of cancer prevention, all sorts of long-term conditions. We're able to educate the class about all sorts of things that's happening, other things that's going on in the communities. It's not just about we turn up, we exercise and we go. There's a massive big conversation that happens within classes.
It was actually the doctor that put us in touch and never looked back since. And since then, a lot of my friends that I work beside in Tesco, they're all coming now as well. You know, it's nice to come out and meet everybody and just really enjoy it.
And if you didn't have these classes, we would be stiffening up at home. Okay, housework does so much, but you would tend to forget to do maybe a wee bit stretching and things like that. So the biggest benefit is it's good for my health and it gets me out in the environment, and I've met a lot of friends. There is some people slower, there's some people faster, because they're a lot younger as well, but I just do my own thing and I thoroughly enjoy it.
A lot of people will come in, they're all hunched up, they're crouched, you can see the lack of confidence, and for me to see them blossom over a period of weeks and months, and you can see them standing up, you can see they're happier, they're chattier, they start to make friends, they're going out now for coffee after this class, and maybe before they didn't have anyone to do that with, so that they've gained friends, and it's great for me just to see them laughing and smiling.
This is one of our coffee mornings. They sometimes put music on, sing, just social, it just brightens everybody up. Today, it's definitely getting a wee laugh, spending time with each other.
Oh, the company's wonderful. Jeannie always puts on a lovely spread, which everybody enjoys and usually clears all their plates. And the fact of walking just down this corridor to the room is lovely. Oh, they're very important. There's one or two people come out of their houses to come down that maybe don't come down at other times. But no, they're exceptionally well attended and we all like it.
I think it's very important for people. I think as people get older, they sometimes become quite isolated. Families nowadays are busy, and I think to have things on where they can choose to come or go as they please is actually really good for people. People say they look forward to it, they love a wee laugh, they love a wee sing. I think it's a great thing to have on in units. I'd do it every day if I could.
The
purpose of the event today is to bring together all the steering groups that have launched their plans alongside the community representatives that are in the process of preparing their plans, and also some of the communities that just want to find out a bit more about the process, that are quite excited about starting their plans next year but just a bit unsure and just wanted to hear from others the amazing stories of what's been happening to date. So it's an opportunity for the steering groups to make connections, share their skills and talents with one another, and to be able to start to build the networks and connections between each other in order to progress their plans. It's about the community having a voice and priorities that they've identified coming from a grassroots level and feeding through the community planning process.
We've invited a lot of officers, a lot of outside agencies, a lot of partners to come along and to help the groups to work towards achieving their priorities within their plans in a positive manner, and also to look at what challenges that the groups have been facing, if they're coming up against any buffers, to see how we can support them as a council and also support them as partners.
So from a community point of view, it's been excellent, and we've got rid of a lot of doubters that said that'll never happen. But I would say people that are not involved in an action plan, start now. Start as soon as you can, get like-minded people together and get moving with it right away.
What it has done is actually brought the community together. People that would stand, sort of like, everybody's willing to sort of have their say, but nobody was willing to do anything until the action plan has brought everybody together around a table. It's brought all the groups together so that instead of everybody trying to work on their own, we're actually working together to move forward as a village.
I think by people coming together and working towards solutions themselves instead of waiting for a council-led initiative, will have the positive impact that they'll see things getting done, and that will increase momentum for future activity in the town, basically.
We hope people go away from the conference feeling inspired about what they have achieved today and what others have achieved, feeling invigorated about the next stage in their process, about the connections they've made, the support that's there to make things happen in terms of vibrant community staff being their advocate and making the connections back to the council, but also going away with some new ideas and also about some investment opportunities to allow their plans and priorities to become a reality to them.
Right, good afternoon everybody. My name's Emily Gordon. I'm a member of the steering group for the Community Action Plan, and I would just like to thank you all, welcome you here this afternoon on behalf of the steering group to this Netherthurd, Craigans and Skirrington Community-led Action Plan launch.
I think today has been very successful. We had a great turnout. We've had a very good turnout for all our events. The importance of the action plan in itself, it highlights and identifies all the priorities of the issues that affect every single person in the community in Netherthurd, Craigans and Skirrington. There's four themes in the action plan. Each one of them we will take forward and make best improvements as we possibly can.
Being part of the Community Action Plan, it means that we have to show the people that we are trying very, very hard to achieve things. And it's amazing how every community is all basically the same. We're all looking for the same sort of things. So hopefully we can maybe make contact with each other, and instead of just having it for individual people doing it, we could have groups of people applying and trying to get things done, the same thing done in each of their communities.
Partnership work is always very important. Lots of people here today that have contacts, that have knowledge, skills and experience in addressing some of the action plans. Working in partnership with other communities, we can see how they've addressed issues in their action plan, where they can maybe point us in the right direction of who to speak to, maybe even where we could access some funding. So yeah, definitely we will be sure to work in partnership with other local people, organisations and businesses within the community.
I think this event really encapsulates the spirit within the Netherthurd area. It gives a responsibility in the local community to take on board their own responsibilities and make their place actually better. And as far as we're concerned within the police, we're willing to support in any way we possibly can.
I think the partnership's vital, and I think to foster it and keep it galvanised, it's just about hard work and effort and communication between all the parties involved.
There's challenges that we will overcome, as they say. It's just, you have to work at this, and that's what we'll do. We all work together and we'll get over the challenges.